Now you are ready to start using the command line to work with Freesurfer. The command line is also called terminal. A terminal is simply an interface to do things on your computer. In a terminal, you can type commands, manipulate files, execute programs, and open documents. You do this by typing text, which specifies the actions to be performed. Let's start doing some things in the terminal. First, right-click on the desktop and click on Open Terminal here. In the terminal, we use functions. You can think of a function as a verb or an action in a new language, which you are now learning. For example, the function pwd does something. Let's see what it does. Type pwd and click Enter. Right. It prints the working directory. The working directory is the folder in which we are working at the moment. Just like when you open a folder in Windows Explorer, the current directory is the address of the current folder. The functions we type in the command line will, in most cases, be applied within that folder. So as you can see in the terminal, the current directory is the desktop.
But what if you want to navigate to another folder?
Great question. Well, that is another action, isn't it? So it is another function. Let's do that next. We will use the function cd, which stands for current directory. Like verbs, functions take syntactic objects. The function applies to that object or argument. If we want to set a new directory, the argument of this function is the address of the new directory. See? So say that we are working at the desktop. Let's change the working directory and then print the working directory. You will notice that we are now working in the tutorial data folder. Pause this video and try to do it yourself to see if you get the same result.
It does not work for me. This address is very long. I think I made an error.
Yes, it is useful to save these long bits of text somehow, so we can use them more easily. We can save the address as a variable. To assign some content, like a directory, to a new variable, we use the function export. Just type export, the new variable's name followed by the equal sign, and then the directory address. You should notice that there is a specific set of rules about how the items are ordered when writing code. Every function has its own specific set of arguments, the things that come after. Here we start with the name of the function. Then the name of the new variable. Then an operator, the equal sign. Finally, the value to assign to the new variable, which is our address to the new working directory. You have to be really careful when typing code. For example, if you add a space before or after the equal sign, you will get an error. Now that you have saved the directory's address within the variable subject's dir, you can change the directory to this folder more easily. Just type cd, followed by the variable name. Make sure you don't forget the $sign before the variable name, so that the terminal knows that this is a variable name and not a function or another type of argument. Okay, that is enough preparation. Let's finally look at some of the output you can get from Freesurfer. Let's move on to the next video.